Hello YouTube, my name's Andy and I am cock-a-hoop. I think I'd better translate that. Cock-a-hoop is an old English expression which means very happy. So why am I so happy? I'm happy because I have managed to do something that I've been trying to do for a very long time. This little recording studio has got 4 mono tracks, 2 stereo tracks and a rhythm track. It's possible to put together a rhythm arrangement from any one of a number of built-in rhythm patterns. Well, about 300 built-in patterns. But if you want to create your own pattern, you need to use a separate piece of software connected to this, which is called the rhythm editor. The rhythm editor is not the fanciest bit of software ever, but it does have a very interesting import function. What I really want to be able to do is use some other software to create drumming patterns as MIDI files and then import them into the rhythm editor so that I can get them onto the recording studio and jam along with them. This is GarageBand. It's free with the Mac and allows you to put together software instruments. The problem with GarageBand is that there is no way to export this as a MIDI file. I can do a save as for the whole project, or I can export the whole song to disk, but I can't export this as a MIDI file. This is an application from the App Store. It's the editor's pick. And it's called DM1. It's a drum machine that claims to be able to export MIDI. So here is one pattern, and it's very, very, very simple. And it should be possible to export that. Let's import one of the files that I exported as MIDI, and it's successfully chosen the kick and the snare and the closed hi-hat, but it hasn't put them sensibly into one pattern. It does appear that it's sort of put each instrument into a separate measure. Right, this is X drum, and it is a relatively simple kind of a drum kit. When you actually try and save to export to you can't do it. This is LMMS. I've created a beat bass line with 4 instruments, and we can see what that sounds like, and the instruments I can set to the right note on the right channel and enable MIDI out. So then in theory we should be able to export MIDI. We've exported a MIDI file from LMMS, and what happens if we try and import that? We get BR800 Rhythm Editor. The SMF could not be imported. Okay, in Linux this is a bit of software called Hydrogen. Here is a simple pattern that I have created, which sounds like that. You can associate each drum instrument with a MIDI note and a MIDI channel. I've exported one simple pattern from Hydrogen, and I've exported it in 2 different ways, and we can just try this now. Andy 01 SMF 0. Okay, and look at that. How amazing is that? Okay, so it's going at whatever tempo I had in the rhythm editor, but if I just change that to 120, and just type it. Okay, then it should
Wow, it actually worked. We'll try the other one. Clear, and then import the SMF type 1, and that has also worked.
Well, I was so excited with this discovery that the first thing I did is put together this YouTube video about it. I haven't actually put together a song or a drumming arrangement with hydrogen yet, but that will be, I guess, the next video, or possibly one after that. Okay, thanks very much for tuning in. Tune in again soon to find out more. Bye!